Hello, everyone. I just burned myself. How are we doing? It's chaos here. Can I please? Both the cats are constantly walking in front of my feet this morning. It's okay. Winston just got the zoomies. That's great. Hello, everyone. How are we doing? Hi, 40. Hi, Rita. How are you doing? Good morning, Milk. Hello, it's just good. There you are. How are you doing? How has everyone's weekend been? Hi, Will. Hello, Crazy Joe. Good morning. First time in here checking all the book titles. That's the physical books that I read last year. Let me know what you think. Not all of them were voluntary reads. Some of them were book club reads. But I enjoyed pretty much all of them, I have to say. And I'm loving the book that I started last night. I started one of the book club books for this month. Oh my gosh, Winston, I should probably get that out of the way. It's my own fault if he knocks it over. What are you doing? He's practicing his parkour. Jump, go, EJ. I missed you too, Rita. What have you been up to? I had one day that I was out of working order. I had a migraine. I woke up with a migraine. I tried very hard to keep it to a headache, but by 11 a.m., at which point I'd already been alive and awake for 6 hours, so I had to go back. I had to go back to bed. So one day wasted, but the rest of the week was okay, I have to say. Good morning, Gnarly. How are you doing? Yeah, my automat is a bit of a grumpy one, but sometimes it's for the best. Thank you for the hydrate, I guess. How are you doing? Wednesday, I have already had to mend the basket. Could you not? Winnie, 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 Winnie. You're very cute, but could you not do that? He's digging in the hanging basket that is attached to the scratching bowl. I'm not sure I could fix that. I can fix the seams, but I'm not sure I can fix a hole if he keeps digging. Winston! I swear he's a dog. He does this outside as well. If he sees a little patch of loose sand, he'll go berserk and he'll start digging. I don't know what's wrong with him. Oh no! Wait, 40. Um, why don't you try to put that into writing? I've missed your chapters. So why don't you? Did I actually drink? I don't think I did. Why don't you try to write it out, 40? Winston distracted me. Is it okay if I just call you Joe? Do you have coffee? I usually have coffee as well. I do have 1 cup left, but I'm not sure I'm gonna drink it. Because I kind of want to lie down after stream. I think I would like a good nap. I had a long day yesterday. Good day. Good day. But it was a long day. Trying to get back to hockey. What does that entail? What do you need to do? You're going to Japan? You're going to Japan? Oh my gosh. Do you vlog? Have I ever asked? Do you vlog? Do you have a YouTube channel? If so, I am angry that you deprive me of this. And all of us, really. And if you don't, why? Why don't you? Thank you for the follow, Miracle Boy. Welcome. How are you doing? If we find a threat, we have to follow it to the end? What does it mean? If you're talking about a thread on your sweater or something, I don't recommend that. You will unravel the whole thing. And now, unless you can knit and then make a new one, I don't recommend. Is my music still too loud? I don't know. We're going to do the June... Oh, Winston digging. Oh, yes. He has moved on to eating now. Luckily, he gets distracted really quickly. they're both just a bit silly today. I'm not sure what's gotten into their heads. You can't? Okay. I'm always worried that you can hear it. I do want to hear it, but if it's not, it's copyrighted, you know. I don't want to get punished. Hello, Miracle Boy. Did you have a good weekend? I have to keep an eye on him because he is looking for trouble. We don't vlog because neither of us just want to just film content for this. More of a in a moment kind of guy who wants to experience it rather than miss it. Because he was filming it, I guess, know what that feels like. Yeah, I get that. If I go to a concert, I rarely take out my phone at all. Also, not only because I personally don't like doing that, and I generally just don't think about it, even though I'm surrounded by people who are filming. That also makes me think like, well, there's all these other people who are filming it. If I want to see live footage of this particular concert, I can always look up their footage. So why should I? I'm having a pretty good weekend. I can't complain too much. What about you? You hate the idea of missing things. So is nuts. Yeah. Ask Winston. Winston knows all about it. Where'd he go? Oh no. Where'd he go? I think he's by the window. It's a bit stormy today. I love it. This week we had exceptionally warm weather for 2 days, one of which I had a migraine, probably because the weather would just sucker punch me, and I couldn't deal. I didn't like it. I don't like it. It's May. What are you doing? I think the average was. I think the temperature was 15 degrees higher than average. That's not okay. Stop it. No. Summer and summer, spring and spring, please. I do have to transfer the technically Walk Away is the bonus book for book club this month, right? Because we built Devil's Dictionary before, but because that's not really a book to read, it's more of a gimmicky, fun book. We decided to pull another book, which turned out to be Walk Away. I'm gonna read that second. I wanted to start with something funny, so I started with Terry Pratchett's Snuff. Stop staring at me like that, please, Toulouse, because it's upsetting. I decided to start with Snuff. It's so funny. I love Pratchett. Has anyone here ever read anything written by Terry Pratchett? Because if you have, you know his style. You know how he weaves in concepts into conversations that are completely out of context, yet completely on brand somehow for the bigger picture, and kind of sneaks in his worldviews in amazing ways. I'm so impressed with his writing always. Even his earlier works. If you start the Discworld series from the beginning, you do the not only do you read it chronologically as he wrote it, but also you get to see him grow in writing. And I did read the first few books in order. I think this was way into the series, right? Oh, let me take a look. Yeah, 39. So it's way into the series, and he really has found his voice at this point, and it's just a delight to read. I have to say, if you've never participated in the book club before, I know this looks like a big book, but the font is quite big, and it reads really quickly. It's funny. I laughed out loud a few times already. I probably won't be reading this in public because I don't want to. I don't want to be like that. But yeah, if you want to try, if you want to give it a go, if you want to try to read a book club book with us, I have already started this. The second one I'll be reading after this, but that's probably in a week or two. I recommend Terry Pratchett. He's so much fun. I swear. Shoot, wait. I've tried a few times, but not finished yet. One day. Which ones did you try, Norley? Hi, Knight. How are you doing? I can't remember them all. First one comes to mind was the... Oh, you're talking about favorite books. Why are those your favorite books? Hi, Chemist. How are you doing? Do you have a favorite book, Rita? Everyone, give me your favorite book. That's the worst question ever. I can give you a few of last year, but not of all time. I could never. Dicabalion is here. Hello, Toulouse. The closest thing to me finishing a book is when Alfie reads me a book during bedtime when I can't sleep. Hi, Junza. Thank you. You look amazing as well. Everyone, chat, you look great. And I love you for it. Why don't you read? I always wonder, why don't people read? I mean, I get it, time, but also make time. I wake up reading and I go back to sleep reading. Basically, I start my day and end my day with a book. And I read whenever, wherever I can. Before I started reading, I used to watch a lot of YouTube alchemy and spirituality videos, doing Wikipedia and articles read on the side. You don't do that anymore? Sounds like fun. It's tea, Junza. I know, blasphemy, but I've already had a lot of coffee, and it's past noon. I have to be careful, a little bit, and also I just want to take a nap after stream. I'm tired. I'm in pain. In case you didn't hear. So I just took my I took another dose of my painkillers, but it's gonna take another 40 minutes for them to kick in. So I have a water bottle and tea, with lots of sugar. You're blotchy, so what does that matter, Gnarly? It's a holistic view that I have of people, and you are all beautiful. I promise. Hi, Metal Greg. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing? I'm torn whether to start Snuff or not. I've not read any of the Discord books, and I've read that Snuff isn't the best one to start with. I might have to agree with that, actually. Because how do I put this into words? Maybe I put a tab somewhere that would explain it. I think it's funny. But that's because I'm a woman. There's a lot of interesting references here. I think he is alluding to Jane Austen, meeting Jane Austen, and even makes a deviated quote of how Pride and Prejudice starts, which is really that one had me cackling. Yeah, each of the sentences that like. Yogurt was to Vimes's mind. Vimes is the name of the character. Yogurt was to Vimes's mind a type of cheese that just wasn't trying hard enough. And if you're just reading and you're in a flow and you out it makes no sense. There's no reason for that to come up. It's just a flow of thought of this character, and it just hits you by surprise. And he's great. But the main character, Vimes. And I think all of the other men as well, on the surface they are like the boss, but the wives are kind of in charge, and the way that he treats that is very amusing to me. But I think if you're a man, it might not be as amusing if you're not willing to accept that the reason it's funny is because it's kind of true. Not in that sense, in that extreme, but at its core, the way these married people uh, uh, are communicating. Like there's this one couple that says that has a the husband is in a semi argument with his wife because his wife is telling him that he doesn't like seafood, and he is a bit confused about that. I don't like seafood, and then his wife is like, well, it's not just really that you don't like seafood, it's that seafood doesn't like you, and it's just I don't know how to explain, but it might sound a bit for men a bit silly, but honestly, if you can't make fun of yourself, that's a bit sad, and this could maybe be a good practice, because remember, this was written by a man. He knows what he's doing, and there's just a lot of little tiny truths about society sprinkled in throughout, aside from married couples, uh, like that a little bit of crime is good for the brain, and he explains it in a very concise but somehow logical way. I'm not that far in. I just started last night. I am on page 121, so I have a ways to go. But I just love Terry Pratchett. But maybe now you know that this is kind of how the characters are treated. Maybe that will help you see through it and don't get offended. Don't get it. It's Terry Pratchett. Don't take it too seriously. It's supposed to be a fun read. It is a fun read. I'm enjoying myself. I'm laughing out loud, and that doesn't actually happen that much. I may cackle every once in a while or giggle. I cackle a lot more than I giggle, actually. But actually laughing at being like, oh my God, dad jokes. There's dad jokes in there, and you're just like, oh no. Oh no, Vincent, don't do that. So yeah, I do recommend giving it a go. If you don't like it, just stop it. You can just DNF. Something I am still learning. I'm seeing congratulations. What's happening? I forgot to mention you forgot to mention that you're now legally married? Rita, congratulations! Oh my God, how could you? How could you? Oh no. Did you celebrate again? I'm so happy. When did this happen? Are there pictures? Blur out your faces. That's okay. But I wanna see. I wanna see. You're my bestie too. Oh. I mean, of course you're a bit overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. That's okay. Just let it out. Have a dance party. I do feel like it's a little bit too loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. It's just some songs. Equalizer isn't working. Have a dance party. I have those every once in a while, thanks to Gnarly. Gnarly inspired me to have dance parties when I feel sad. Doesn't always work, or when I'm overwhelmed, just to get excess energy or anxiety out of my system. Hi, Evie. I've been thinking about you. How are you doing? Yeah, Kitty does hit me hard. I've been totally No, that's okay. Don't apologize for that. There, no worries. Absolutely not. I'm just a bit worried. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Take all the time you need. Never feel obliged to say hello if you want to lurk or just need time away completely. That's fine. That's fine. You're not obligated to anyone in here at all right? The only one you need to take care of always is you. I need to charge my Mac. How did you celebrate, Rita? Or is Japan the celebration? Are you going to celebrate in Japan a little bit? I'm not sure I set up my lighting correctly. I don't feel good about it. I have a new light. I love it. It's gonna be helpful in the coming month. Because I'm doing something. Do you want to know? Do you want to know what I've been working on secretly? It's technically already up. It's just there's nothing on there yet. I'm glad you're here, Evie, because I hope you like it too. I think Ellie was the one who initially gave me the nudge that maybe I should just give it a go. Hi, Scraticus. Good morning. I love to hear Ratchet as depictions of society reflect English society so well. And in general, I feel like as well, a lot of my early personality traits were developed from his books. Are you going to read Snuff? Did you read Snuff? What did you think about Snuff? I love it so far. Yeah, it's kind of motivating me to just start the whole Discworld series from the beginning again. It's just genius. I have a few, like the first three, I think, and then one random one, which was for I think it was called Carpet Jugular or something along those lines. It grabbed the tape by the throat. That's what I remember. It happened on Friday. On Friday. Oh, that's why I was out. I needed to be knocked out so I could spiritually be there. I was there, Rita. I'm not even kidding. I was out the entire day. Oh, you would find that funny? Okay. I think people on Reddit just said you'd enjoy Snuff more if you read other Discworld books. I love that kind of silliness. So, when you start Snuff, you are thrown into the world immediately. But as far as I understand Discworld, have always understood Discworld, um, you can read all of them separately. It's just that sometimes characters make cameos, and there is a certain world building going on, of course, that you may not be aware of, like that the world is a disc on top of four elephants on top of a turtle, I think it was. Weird little lore thingies that you may not know, but aren't necessary per se to the story that you're reading. In this case, it would be Snuff. Mm, yeah, so yeah, it would probably be a lot more enjoyable because I am recognizing a few things and I'm not sure what from because it's been years since I read any Pratchett. Uh, which is why I'm saying I'm kind of motivated to go back to the beginning and just read them all slowly but surely. But then again, I have so many books on my physical TBR. There's the book club books. There's other books that I kind of need to read for research, and it's no, there's not enough hours in the day. I can want to read as much as I want, but I also need to sleep at some point. I also love Douglas Adams. That ending of Hitchhiker's Guide. Dang it. Dang it. Should have seen it coming. Bye, Gnarly. Thank you for dropping by. Oh, Soul Twice. Thank you so much for the hydrate. How are you doing? Oh, I'm so sorry, Evie. I feel that. I went through that last year with Bo. And it's really nothing that anyone ever talks about. I was not prepared at all. I don't feel like people talk about the pain that comes from losing a first pet, especially if you're a little bit dependent on them in some way, which I was heavily dependent on my Bo. I had no idea that she was an actual emotional support cat. I had no clue. Only found out because then she passed away, and suddenly I felt like I missed the one little soul that was able to always kind of calm me down. So I feel that. So take all the time that you need to yourself and to just sit and eat, drink, sleep as much as you want. I think I wasn't able to turn off. I listened to rain and thunder to sleep. I think it took me about 5 or 6 weeks before I was able to even think about listening to anything else. And then once I don't know, I kind of reached a point where I felt like I'm gonna stay here forever because I'm so terribly sad, or I'm gonna become a workaholic, I guess. So I started filling my time with stream again. But the anniversary is coming up. I'm not too keen. So whether it's healthy or not, I subconsciously have been working on something behind the scenes a little bit. That I hopefully will help me to not lose myself in that morning completely. Uh, Basically, I just set up a project that I do want to actually do, but also I hope it will help me anchor myself in something else than that, because yeah, losing your first pet is honestly very traumatic, very very traumatic. Garbage yes. Sorry, that was a sudden switch. You've read the whole Discworld? I think Night Watch is my favorite, followed by Fifth Elephant, and then the rest of the Guard series. Interesting. Yeah. Same, Rita. Yeah. Like a month, kidney failure. Oh no, you were pregnant as well? You're in a much better place now, and that thought made me a little comfortable. Yeah, this is true. Bocha was in a lot of pain at the end as well. There was really no other way. Don't get pregnant, okay. I won't, Rita. I won't get pregnant. Solid advice. Yeah, it is. It is, Effie. So just sit in it. It's okay. It's completely valid, even if people don't understand. Because I even at the vets, I don't think I really understood the utter brokenness that she left behind. I don't think even at the vet they understood. Not quite. Most of the time, so she's really be with you every single day. That's exactly the same, Ivy. Exactly the same. She was at my side always. I'm thankful to have other cats that show me love, and they've been very, very clingy. Yeah. Yeah, Tusha as well. I feel you. I feel you. And you're completely valid. What you're feeling is, as far as I'm aware, absolutely normal. Really. It's just not talked about. And maybe not everyone understands it, because I do feel like it's like with you, if you're home 24/7, it's I don't know, you build a very different bond with your pet, I feel like. Let's say the other themes are bad. I think he writes Woman wonderfully in the Witches series. Oh, I think I read one of those as well, actually. Alice loves Granny Wax, and it's her first time reading through. Oh, she's reading them now. Okay. I did read that because I recognize the name. It's been so long. I really should just try to read from the beginning. But also, I should also end Wheel of Time, but I'm scared. I'm so scared. I can't do it. Who wants to bet? Who wants to bet how long it will take me before I actually end Wheel of Time? I've been postponing. I think I read the last book. I don't know which one. It's not the last, second to last one or something. I think I need to read, is it 3 or 4 still? But I'm already upset. And I think the last one I read was in December. The Dundata? Is that how I say your name? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. How are you doing? Oh, that's okay, Evie. Don't think about that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you're reading or not. What's important is that you make sure that you are getting through the day. So being able to read some enjoyable easy romance fantasy, which is a good way back into reading. Yes, it is. Oh gosh. I think well, no, I'm not up to date, but I used to be an avid reader of Nicholas Nicholas Sparks. Which ones did I read? Well, The Notebook, naturally. Long Way Home. Which one was with Amanda something? I don't know. So, have you read any Nicholas Sparks? I would recommend him. He's good. Well, it's not fancy. That's not fancy. I'm sorry. I forgot the fancy part. Wheel of Time is my favorite series, and Brandon finished it off well. Yeah, and I think that's also kind of what makes me worried about ending. I know that he got the notes, and he talked to what's his face, Jordan, and he wrote them faithfully, as far as we know. But yeah, that also kind of makes me not want to read. Do you notice it, Straticus? Do you notice there's, you know, that there's a sort of a cut where Jordan wasn't able to write anymore, and I haven't read anything by Brendan, actually. Is it Sanderson? Sanderson? It's good, right, Ivy? The Notebook? Movie as well. Oh. I can see that Wheel of Time was written through a certain lens, and on my second read, I noticed that some things are less representative of reality. What do you mean? It's magnificent how he strings books together throughout the series. Something inconsequential in book 2 ends up being hugely important in book 8, etc. It's I'm so impressed. I love the characters. I love the storylines, and I feel that I can recognize points where he didn't even know that certain things were going to happen. If you write yourself, you know what I mean. Sometimes your characters just have plans that they tell you nothing about, and suddenly you're in a scene and something happens, and you're like, oh no, I thought I knew where this was going. I'm the one writing it, but I feel that there's a few moments in there where I recognize that, and I love that. I love that a lot. I'm planning to start Brandon Sanderson Cosmere once my brain is fully functioning again. That's a good thing to look forward to. It's a very good series. You do recognize a little bit of the inspiration, and sometimes I do wonder whether it was supposed to be a trilogy, just like Lord of the Rings, because there's a lot of inspiration taken from Lord of the Rings, or the other way around. I'm not sure. But I do feel like it was originally supposed to be a trilogy, but I really don't mind that it ended up being what it is. Jordan had already written the last 3 books, and I was working on reducing it down to just 1 book, but Jordan decided to keep it all. Yeah, oh, okay. Well, that's he's scoring some points with that. Just make sure that the narrative flow. Okay, so all right. That thank you for telling me that, Straticus, because that calms my soul a whole lot. I didn't realize it was weighing on me that much. Wait. I didn't realize that was actually upsetting me, but it was. Because I haven't read anything of him yet. I have no clue. I think I tried to listen to the Mistborn series, but I am really sensitive to the narrator. If the narrator isn't grabbing my attention, I will just not enjoy the story. And that's really sad, because usually I do enjoy it in a different medium, or if it had been a different narrator. But I'm very sensitive to that. I am really sure that one book I DNF'd last month was, I think it was called The Daughter of No Worlds. And I just didn't like that the narrator would, which it was first person, and everything was read in a normal English accent. But then when she talked out loud, it suddenly had she suddenly had a weird accent, and it just rubbed me the wrong way. She sounds like. She sounded like broken. She talked in broken English, but then the accent on top of that, I felt like it was unnecessary. It was just redundant. The fact that the sentences were broken were enough. She didn't need to add some silly accent. So I tried so hard. I got through to the halfway point, and then I realized I have no clue what's going on. It's just a waste of time, and I want to read it in a physical book, because I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy the story. The things I do remember are interesting, but that narrator, man, she just pissed me off. So I have to be careful. I haven't started an audiobook yet this month. Any recommendations? My physical books for the month have been locked down. I know what I'm going to read for this month. It's one book I'm carrying over from last month, because I didn't finish, or I wasn't able to start Unlikable Female Characters, which I'm really enjoying so far as well. It's super interesting. Can't really say a lot about it. Ads. Oh no. And the other books, shall I get them? I have 2 keywords. One is US and one is UK, and I lose track of where the punctuation is. I didn't know this was a thing. I mean, if there's a different alphabet, like actually, I get it. But I am learning like French and Swedish, and well, Swedish I finished the tree, so I started French and Greek on Duolingo. And you get a different keyboard. It's so upsetting. Why? Why is this a thing? Why does French have a different keyboard? It makes no sense. So I get that. The A is up in on the French keyboard. It's I hate it. I hate it. I'm sure you'll love Mistborn. Yeah, I just have to start it. Well, I need to do that, chemist. I need to allow. Sorry. Move chat to my mobile so I can chat easier. Well, what are you working on, Sporadigus? What are you working on today? Let me get my stack of my coffee table. Hopefully, while also holding on to my hot water bottle and not dropping everything. Yay! It's a miracle. I do want to read Mistborn. I will. At some point, I will. I promise. Because I am intrigued, and a lot of people talk about it. No, they don't. No, I get a pop-up, and it just means if Automat holds your message back, it just means that chat won't get to see it unless I allow it. If I don't allow it, it will just stay there. If I deny it, it will get deleted. But usually it's something silly. But you know, I do get some messages a day that you don't need to see. I don't need to see, but you don't need to see either. I didn't need to see it, but you know, it's part of the job, I guess. It kind of makes sense. I think most keywords were designed so that the most commonly typed letters are best in the positions, which changes for different languages. I feel like when I'm doing French, I feel like they put some because they're lazy. I feel like because it means that their thumb doesn't have to move down. It's just laziness. Honestly, that's the only thing that comes to mind when I'm learning French. The Greek one I do understand. That one is very logical, but the French one doesn't make sense. Swedish one also makes sense. French one doesn't make sense at all. I'm enjoying myself nonetheless, but yeah. Hold on. Sweetheartist, thank you so much for the follow. But Evie, thank you for the resub. 3 months. Thank you so much. Oh, you take care of yourself first, all right, Evie? Please? Eat ice cream or chocolate. Order pizza. Just I know there's a lot more going on, so you know, just pamper yourself a little bit. You deserve it, especially if you don't feel like pampering yourself. You should definitely pamper yourself a little bit. If you don't, light some candles in the evening, make it extra cozy. I get very sad if I don't have candles in the evening. Am I Swedish? No, Knight. I kind of wish sometimes, because that would probably mean I live there, but I am not Swedish. I'm Dutch. So it's the complete opposite of Sweden over here. Very flat. Cozy is the priority. Yes, exactly, Evie. Cozy. That's what I'll be doing after stream as well. I'll be cozying up with the cats in bed. That's why the candles haven't been here lately, because they're by my bed. I kind of feel like I need them more than stream does at the moment. Yeah, same. The light ones I put in places like here where I, you know, where it's flammable, and next to the bed. I also would rather not have real candles, but the rest of the house I have real candles. 2025 is a bit of a shit show. Evie, this month is going to be a little bit better. A little bit better, all right? we're gonna do our best. And I am going to do that by launching a YouTube channel. Um, Now I do already have one for the VODs, an archive. But what I'm talking about is one where I'll be yapping about books. And I already made it. It's there. I just haven't actually made my first newbie deck video yet. I've already written the script. I just have to do it and then brush up my knowledge on editing, because that's been ages. I did do some editing almost a decade ago. So I have some experience, but not a lot. So this month I'm gonna um, well, hopefully I don't have to film more than once, but I'm gonna film my newbie tag video. Um, and I plan on doing one a month minimum, but I want to try to do two a month, every other week. So that was a big secret. I'm gonna do a YouTube channel for lots of reasons, mostly because that is something I can work on whenever when I have energy. So if I have insomnia because of the endometriosis, I can do something, something that will be productive. I can work on editing or writing out, because I can just write out workflows or what are they called in English? Those flip books to basically set out the video the scripts. I could do all that on paper. I don't have to actually look to screens. I can just work it out manually, and then only look at screens and sit in lights when everything is thought out already. Uh, because sometimes when I need to, well, every time I need to cancel stream, I feel very bad, and I start to spiral, and I just think about that I'm disappointing myself and I'm disappointing everyone. Maybe that's not true. It's probably not true. I'm probably just sinking into my own debris. But I don't know. This came to me in the last episode, and I thought, you know what? Yeah, actually, I like talking about books. It would help me get over some trauma about reading books during the day as well, because now I have a bigger reason to read books, because I still have trouble reading during the day. And this would be something that isn't time constrained, like stream kind of is. But I don't know. I think it would be a fun thing to at least give a go. What do you think? Dutchland is is a cool place. Is it? A stolen Fred. Thanks so much for the follow. Welcome. And J Fausto D8th. Hello. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. I mean, we have really good sunsets and sunrises. That's true. You like it, Evie? Yes, I'm joining BookTube. So the thing is, the first time I heard about BookTube, I was just flabbergasted. And there was a second. There was a second where I thought, I want to do that. And I immediately started smashing myself down. Like, how dare I even consider that? I would never. I couldn't. Ever since, I just didn't think about it. I just didn't feel like I could do that. I didn't know how. But in the last year, during stream, I've discovered ways I do feel comfortable expressing myself, also about books. And I'm not nearly as insecure about not wanting to rate a book. So I'll just give everything a 5, unless there's an ethical, objective reason not to. And I know how to work that out, and I think could be interesting. It would also be a nice little secret plug for back to Twitch, because I'll also be talking about the book club, of course, which we do over here, mostly. But when it comes to you guys, I think it would be a nice place for those that are interested in reading and books, to have a static place to go talk about that, aside from Discord, and maybe meet more people who want to talk about books. That's basically it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like them too. Honestly, I needed it, because this book messed with my nails. Nothing looked good. And that sounds silly, but yeah, I care about that. So I wanted to make a reel, and I had pink nail polish. Like, oh, that looks horrible. I can't do that. So I made them green. I love this too. This is so violently orange, though. I hate it. Oh no, no, chemist! It won't be about Pele. That one will be talked about a little bit, probably in a very casual manner at the end of the year, because that is something I am looking forward to already. It's like the end of year wrap up. Make a video about all the books that I've read. Wonder how long I'll spend editing that video, but my first video will be just a newbie tag. There's certain questions that most people answer when they join a booktube. Like, why do you read? Where do you read? When do you read? What kind of books do you like? I have already written out a script, so to say. It's not necessarily word by word what I want to say, but it's talking points and answers to these questions, so I don't have to sit and waste time. Which is what I mean that with if I have an endometriosis episode and I can't look at screens or sit in lights, I can just pick up a notebook, stop thinking about the things I had to cancel and possibly disappointing people, most of all myself, and divert my mind not only to something that I love, books, but in this same breath I'll be, productive still, which will help fighting the ammunition that my anxiety gets from having to cancel because of a chronic illness. How did it mess with my nails? Hi, Dominique. How are you doing? How are the kitties? Because it just looked horrible. It just looked horrible. You probably, and no man in the world would probably have noticed, unless that man is into fashion, which there's guys who like that, but nobody would probably have noticed. But I noticed, so I had to change it. I love how you try to match your nails to your books. This is dedication. No, it's OCD. It's a problem. I mean, it looks great, but but yeah, look. Fits, right? I love this so far. I'm on page. I was supposed to read this last month, but I didn't get around to it, so I started it. And let me explain the OCD part, because it's actually horrible. I wanted to film a little reel for Instagram about the May books physical books that I want to read, but it was also the 1st of May already, which meant that I could officially, completely arbitrary, it doesn't mean a thing, could officially start the books for May that I had set aside, these books I want to read. But I didn't film the reel yet, and if I want to start a book, I need to prep it like this, right? Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen someone do that, but I prep the books that I read. So I'm gonna read the books, and then I realized I have to match it. This one matches as well. This one a little less, but there's green. I have to match it, so I had to wait 2 days. And this one is neutral, I feel like. So I didn't start reading for this month until last night, because that's when I had filmed the reel and my nails were dry and my nails were painted. It's so stupid. I feel so stupid. Sometimes being a girl is so stupid. But it's also funny. So it's okay. I'm not actually complaining. It's kind of funny. I can laugh about it. I did finish Goddess. I love it. I love that book. If you can get your hands on it, please read it. It's beautiful. It's such a good book. I loved it. I really want to read it again. I just wish they had made it in a normal novel size. The size is a bit annoying to me, but if it was a lesser story, I would have hated it. But because the story is written so beautifully, I don't mind it too much. But that's a good book, Goddess. Oh, you went to the gynecologist? He was awful. Oh no, what did he do? The last woman internally scanned me. He was so lovely. This guy was so dismissive. Told me surgery won't help, but looked at me booked me in it anyway. Why so demeaning? Why? There's no reason. Why are people so petty and so demeaning these days? What is happening? What is happening? I feel like that's happening around here a lot as well. Just in general, in general interactions, I feel like people are very demeaning for no reason. He was like, "Why can't I get the problem? Sir, you tell me you're the doctor." Actually, Evie. Oh no. Scold him next time. No, don't go back. Leave a bad review. Do that. It hurts him a lot more. Hi, Asta. How are you doing? I'm really looking forward to this one. Wanted to read it for a very long time. And I think it's going to help me to have some talking points for the walk the coming month. But that's a long way. That's a long way away still. Some people are children in adult bodies. Oh man, Dominique. Lately, I feel like it's becoming more rare to meet people who are not. So many people actually throw tantrums. What? What do you mean? What's happening? I've never had it, Asa. I've never had Kersevlei. I don't think I could actually eat it because of texture problems. Yes, you should, Evie. And also, I feel like you should. Isn't there somewhere you can put in the, well, I don't want to say complaint, but like a notification of this is how this doctor treated me, and that's not okay. A good doctor experience is so rare, and that is not the way it should be. No, it shouldn't. And the thing is, it's mostly for women. We get dismissed and just demeaned for no reason. I have the bump in my thigh, right? And my female doctor also didn't want to send me to a specialist. Lady, you are a general practitioner that really doesn't know anything except on a surface level. So please send me to a specialist. I'm asking you. And she didn't want to do it. I had to ask several times before she was willing to. It's ridiculous. It's not like she's getting paid less. If I get the help that I'm asking for, stop it. We have a complaint system I can use if I contact the hospital. Kind of feel like you should if he made you feel so bad. Throwing tantrums is how a child would behave. Exactly, Dominique. And a lot of people have been throwing tantrums. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's just that I notice now that it's not okay that they treat me like this. That could be because I'm a lot more aware of a lot more aware of the fact that no, it's not okay that people walk all over me, and I do have a right to say something about it. I don't have to actually express anger or frustration. I can say it in a normal way, in an adult way, but also I'm valid. I don't know, Evie. Why do they refuse? It makes no sense to me. Do they think we just want appointments for the hell of it? Yes, I feel like that's it. And also, never mention that you actually tried to research. Not that you read an article in Fashionista or something. No, you tried to read up on peer-reviewed papers and found out that, in my case, for example, a decade ago, I have female autism. No one wanted to listen to me. No one. Guess what? I was right. Is this the same doctor who refused to give you a laparoscopy surgery? No. That was a gynecologist. And I'm talking about my general practitioner, just a general doctor. I wish I was more assertive in these appointments, but because of my body's pain, yeah, same. So after that last rejection, I just honestly I don't have the energy to go through that again. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I've been talking about it with a few people who are angry for me. I'm just exhausted. I'll just take the painkillers and have a hot water bottle with me if I am in in danger of getting an attack. It's fine. I always carry a backpack with me anyway. I carry like 3 or 4 books at a time with me at all times. I carry around a lot of shit. I can carry a hot water bottle as well. It's fine. Yeah, you're not alone, Evie. I'm here for you. If you need to vent, you know where to find me, okay? I was a bit hesitant. I wanted to reach out, but I wasn't sure if because I sometimes just want to be left alone when I'm in pain, and that's not because of something personal to anyone. It's just because I need to figure some things out. So I wasn't sure, but I've been thinking about you, and I'm glad that you're here to say hello for a little bit. But yeah, we need to be more assertive. How are we going to do that? How are we going to make sure that we stand our ground and won't let supposed specialists tell what we feel in our bodies? Hmm? Because yes, they are the specialists, but we know our bodies best. No matter how many certifications and how many years in medical school you spend, the only person who knows your body best is you yourself. I feel like it's helpful to tell the yeah, same me same. I always feel like listen, I have done the field work. We just have to figure it out. No, they get offended. I feel like a lot of doctors get offended. The other way is boring. Tantrums are a lot more fun for most people. Maybe, well, I don't feel like it's a lot more fun, honestly. It must be exhausting to behave like a child. I don't think it's fun. I think it's probably not a good sign, and maybe a cry for help even. It's really sweet that you thought of me. I did, Evie. I did. Because I know that you have a lot on your plate right now, and I don't know. I know I can't do much more than listen and be here for you, but sometimes that's a lot as well. It helps me at least that I know I'm in pain always, and it's unreasonable, and it shouldn't be that like this, but at least I'm not alone. At least every woman with endometriosis is feeling the same way. But so yeah, that's why we need to take care of each other and look out for each other. It's all we can do, right? And speak up. We suffer together. Yes, we suffer together. Well, the only thing when it comes to books and suffering this month is going to be Walk Away. I don't probably not because of the insight, but I'm actually thinking about getting myself a cover to wrap it because I can't stand it. I can't stand the car. I can't stand the color. I wasn't it last week that I talked about how neon orange gives me panic. I opened the package and I was like, this is not good. So it's been like this in my TBR stack, so I don't have to look at it. Oh no! All you need is one little incision in the belly button. Is that too much to ask? It is, Dominique, because I asked 2 gynecologists and I was rejected just flat out, and then I was basically told to leave. Basically. Yeah, this is the only thing that's going to be not fun. This is a book that I was supposed to read last month. But I'm reading now. I'll breeze through this as well, because the font, again, is kind of huge. And I love the pop culture references. Most of them I get, so that's nice. No idea what this is about. In a world wrecked by climate change and a society owned by the ultra-rich in a city hollowed out by industrial flight, Hubert, etc., Seth and Natalie, etc., is that a name? And Natalie have nowhere else to be and nothing better to do. But there is another way. Now anyone can design and print the basic necessities of life, food, clothing, shelter, from a computer, leaving little reason to toil within the system. And I'm going to leave the rest on a ... So this is going to be interesting, but that's also why I chose to start with snuff, which I really don't. I mean, it's Terry Pratchett. This is just an experience, all right? You just need to fall into it and just Let it go. That's the best you can do. It's yes, it's filled with wisdom and snippets of very interesting observations of the world we still live in. But also, this is just to have a good time. And let those nuggets of knowledge just sit in the back of your mind so they can grow quietly but surely. Hello, and I am. Oh no, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for following. Welcome. So, yes, book club reads. And these are the book I chose to read for myself this month. I'll Give You the Sun. I have come across that so many times now. I think Jack Edwards, Lexi Newley Nova, and Carrie, and Books on Lala all talked about it in the last months. Or at least I saw videos of them talking about it in the last month. So I guess that's the universe's sign that I need to read it. I do hate this. Don't know whoever came up with this. To have the actual cover be shorter. Can't even see that. This, horrible idea. Straight to jail. Don't do that. Hate it. Who? Why? I know streamer who had two surgeries for endometriosis. Yeah, I know people who had several, because it's not a guarantee that it's not going to go away. But why would I mess with my entire whole hormone system when there's a tiny little operation like this? It doesn't make any sense. Well, I know money. It's always about money. 40. What do you mean? Oh no! Just hit us with it. I had to do blood work. Worst news. I've been showing signs of blood. What do you mean, 40? When do you get actual results? That's insane. Hi, Whippy. It has been a while. We're talking books, and 40 is giving bad and worse news. If only I were loaded. I don't think I can ever be loaded, Dominique. I don't like money. I'll be giving it away sooner than becoming loaded. Actually. Tomorrow. Okay. Will you let us know? You have been working very hard on your art portfolio. Yes, you have. How are you feeling about it, Whippy? Thank you for the hydrate, KP. Is what I'm going to do with your day. How are you doing? Yeah. Let's just hope that it's some weird result and it was a mistake and it's all good. I'm gonna keep you in my mind, okay, 40? Man at Arms is a fantastic read as an adult in modern times. I didn't realize it when I was younger, but it very elegantly handles the trans debate and shows a wonderful example of how to handle the front going out with care and compassion. What? Oh, I'm missing a lot of messages. I see. Chungus was coaching someone on Twitch how to improve in racing. How do you do that? This is unlikable female characters. The woman in pop culture wants you to hate, and it's very interesting because it's making me think about. It's also making me think about, and I don't know if they get into it later in the book, but how I have trouble. If I have to, just be neutral and not compliant and trying to soothe the other person's feelings. If I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna allow this to happen. You can just leave, and I feel very mean sometimes when I make when I make observations or when I don't like someone. And I have good reason for it. I still feel very bad, and this is kind of shedding a light on why that maybe is. But I'm not very far into it yet. I'm not sure about that light. It's very bright. But it's about 300 pages. But again, the font is pretty big in this copy at least. I can't really say too much about it yet because I've just started it. I did learn about a movie where the no, I'm not going to say that actually. This I wanted to read really because it's just a character observation that I'm curious about, but I'll tell you more about it when I read it because I don't know about the specifics. This is the last book in the series of the Bear and the Nightingale. I just need to know how it ends. I just need to know. So, for once, I'm actually finishing a series quite quickly because I can't stand this. But also, maybe it's because of a trilogy. So, this is what I plan on reading for this month. Physical books. This doesn't include... doesn't include audiobooks, but I haven't started one yet. If you have a recommendation for a good audiobook with a nice narrator, please let me know. Because I'm in an audiobook slump. I have not enjoyed recent audiobooks a lot. And I think I have 2 or 3 ebooks waiting for me. But these are priority this month. Shoulder covers suck. I don't know who came up with it, but they need to be fired. Where do you get your inspiration, Whippy? I'm not kidding. Who said that? Which message did I just allow? Hi, Ax. Mijn kleine Nederlandse konijntje. I mean, you're not wrong. How are you doing? Not much longer. I'm having regrets, but I'm enjoying talking about these books a little bit too much. And also, I had to elaborate a little bit on the new project because I have started a YouTube channel. Because I want a place to talk about books. I'm going to join. No, I don't want it to be here. Hold on. BookTube. Very excited. I'm so sorry. I'm on painkillers. If you didn't understand that yet, I took a dose right before stream because otherwise I wouldn't be sitting here. I'm barely sitting here now. Did I finish Walkaway? Because I haven't even started. I started with Snuff. Because I needed something reasonably light or at least amusing. And if there's one thing I know about Pratchett, it's that he can make me laugh. Where is it? I just thought about... some observation about harassment. That was interesting. It's just very quick, and he doesn't lecture. He just makes an observation and he moves on. Oh, it's probably the one in the middle. Actually, he plays with fonts every once in a while. I don't know where it is. Dang it. His wordplay, the reason that reading Pratchett in translation is very hard is because he makes jokes that uses words like beach, like actual beach. He will make a sentence with the word beach, but in that sentence is hidden the word that sounds like beach, and he means that other word, but the entire sentence. If you read that without paying attention, you don't even notice that he's just out there having a potty mouth. I don't know, he's genius. So I wanted to read this first, Ox. And when I'm done with this one, then I'll start that one. Because I do prioritize the book club books over my other reads that I am reading. The TikTokers that have said they only read dialogue. Oh no, yes. Oh no. I have not read any Sanderson yet, Jungas. Just read the dialogue? You don't smash multiple books a day? Well, I could actually, Ox, because I do know how they do it. I do know how Jack Edwards, for example, reads the amount of books that he does. It's because he's scared of books that are more than 300 pages. He reads really just short stories, and that's okay. That's totally fine. But he has an actual phobia for big books. And that's kind of funny. I don't plan on reading any more than I'm currently reading, because reading like an average of 10 books a month is already more than enough. But I don't know. I think this is gonna be a fun project. For a big laugh, I need to start a Sanderson something. I do. You like Pratchett as well, Jungus? Have you read Snuff? Are you joining us? Please, someone join me with Jared Pratchett. Come on. Of all the books that we've pulled so far, a Pratchett should be doable for everyone. It's not that big of a book. It seems big because it has a lot of pages, but I promise the font is very big and it reads very quickly. So if you want to try, I would recommend this one. First book of Alcatraz is Alcatraz versus the Evil Librarians. I have been a librarian. What do you mean? Hi, Tam. Why do I like reading so much? Because they kept me alive as a kid. Books kept me alive. And I like to learn. I'm very curious. I like to learn new things. And one of the most fascinating things to learn about is human nature. And what better place to learn about humans than in books? I feel like. Team 1 Fight Club, hello. I'm Love from New York. Great to find another person who still loves books. I never stopped. What am I going to do with your name? Team? Am I going to just say team? That's probably for the best. You were an evil librarian? Why did you stop? Because I moved. I moved away. I had to move away. I'm not going to get into that story because that's a sad story. And let's not trauma dump today. Yeah, so I was in the store yesterday and I had this on the table where we usually sit. And I thought, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't put this with the cover up. Maybe I should not advertise that I'm reading this, because I don't have the time to explain to literally every customer that this is not what it looks like. Even though maybe it says a bit more about them than about me if they come to me and assume that it's about the other snuff. I don't know. All right, so what do I do? Do I wait with sending you a link to the channel, the reading channel, until I finish the first video? Or would you like to just preventatively have access so you know exactly when the first video goes up? I would, Dominique, because you make good food. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't dare. I would just look at you with very sad eyes. You know the puppy eyes of a sad street puppy that hasn't eaten in a week? I'll just give you those and you'll give it voluntarily. I didn't settle on a blue sky because it's too calm. Red sets the tone and is important to the plot. Why is it important to the plot? Did you read the actual entire Discworld? That's so impressive. I'm reading smut? No, thank you, Whippy. No smut. I don't like it. No. That's why I'm probably going to continue a series that I started last month. Which one was that? I like the first book, but I just know where it's going from here. I know enough. I've learned my lesson. Oh, what do you mean, Ox? You don't like Pratchett? I like good food, but I need to make it myself. Isn't that the worst? Also, not only having to think about what you're gonna eat, you have to go get the groceries, and you have to make it, and then there's dishes. I don't know. And being adult, it was a trick and a trap. You read them together with your sister? That's so cute, Jengis. When was this? You want access? Hmm. Jennifer Armistead series you were reading? Yes, don't read it. If you're into smut, go ahead, do your thing. I didn't like it. Wait, I think I actually DNF'd. Hold on. Ah, right. Okay. So yes, there's smut in there. Don't like it, but I kind of skimmed it. I do want to finish that. It's Blood and Ash. I do want to finish the series because I do like the plot behind it, even though it's not that important anymore. There is some kind of plot. I've had a few books that there was no plot at all. It was very crude, but I do like the storyline behind it. The prequel series, I'm not gonna finish. I'm so not interested. There's nothing happening. But yeah, unfortunately, I wish. Why is it? I don't know. I know a lot of people like it, and really, if that is your gateway drug into more books, I love it for you. But I just don't. I just don't need it. I don't need it. Fade to Black is all I need. All right. I want plot. I want character development. I don't want to cook any food, but I have not eaten in 30-ish hours, and I'm getting a little bit of a headache. Junkas, are you drinking water? I started in middle school. Yeah, I mean it's a dedication, isn't it? How many books are there actually in this world? I think it's interesting how 50 Shades released the same time as the Kindle, and that's why it got so big, because commuters didn't have to be embarrassed or judged with what they were reading anymore. What do you think about Audible? Oh, I could never. I think it's very funny, uh, and it's kind of adorable, but also I could never. I had some food that looked really good, that tasted horrible, so I lost trust in humans. I mean, I'm a vegetarian. I don't have trust in humans either. Also, I get that. It might have been smell as long as it's only a scene or two. I don't want back to back smell. Yeah, so A Stitch in Time was just oh man, if you do like back to back, the plot went nowhere. Actually nowhere. I was so impressed that this writer was able to move not an inch in the storyline. That's impressive. But I agree with Evie. A slow burn, and maybe honestly a kiss, and that's all that's all I need. I don't need to know the rest. I'm good. Would you rob me of the moment I restrain you and jab you in the belly button? No, not the belly button. Not the belly button. Tea, lots and lots of tea. I have been drinking nettle tea. Just stealing stuff now. No. That's the same reason you're not interested in Baldur's Gate? Really, Seraticus. I would also rather have a Fade to Black. I'm not interested in choosing one of 10 genitalia of the sensei. Also, it's to be honest, I feel like it's really not that creative either. If you've read two spicy books, you honestly you kind of read them all a little bit. I feel like I don't know. It's just not my thing. Okay, and it's fine. That's fine. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have value for other people. It's just that sometimes I start a book and it starts out very promising, and then like how at the halfway point it just kind of it changes, and I'm like, this wasn't what. You know what I mean? Oh, congratulations, Ox. What is the job? How many books have I read approximately? Let me look it up for you, Sam. Because it doesn't include like children's books, of course. About 461. Oh no, Ox. Yes, let's make sure to spell that word correctly. So I have to fight. I do, Dominique. Be nice. Be nice. All right. So let's pull the books for June because for May we already have our book club book picks for May. I do think I need to add. Yes, I will do that tomorrow. I haven't added walk away to the prompt yet, but that's okay. So, I have this box, and it is filled with tiny post-its, and on these tiny post-its, I have written your submissions, if you have submitted anything. It's in here. So, we're going to pull two, hopefully, because there are a few in there from the very beginning when I wasn't actually, I mean, it was a book club, but it wasn't a book club. Doesn't matter. There are a few that we're not going to use for the book club, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. Ox, be quiet, okay? So, did you put something in? If not, you can do that through cherry points, and they will be considered for next month, which would be July. This is for June. Let's see. This is the first one. I'm always very scared. No. See, that's one. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to get in a fight. Don't want to get in a fight. I should just get through them. It's too many. It's over 100. No, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Okay. This sounds different and a bit depressing maybe. It's called Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt, I think. Does anyone know what this is? Oh, is this a book about mourning? What is this box? I don't know. I found it at the store where I volunteer. Rigged. Yes, it is, Ox. I have veto power, all right? I am grandma, and I am allowed to do that. It is, Dominique. It's a box of lies. It's a box. Yeah, maybe. A little bit. But also, it's your fault, Ox, because you put in school books. We're not going to do school books. I might do it for myself, but I don't want to do that to you. I want to give you options. That's why we pulled 3 books last month, because the dictionary wasn't really an option. But it's your own fault, Ox. You shouldn't have put in all the school books in there. You feel like you're rapidly aging? Why, Dominique? We're all look at me. Look at me. You're okay. Aging isn't as bad as you might think. It's quite fun, actually. You stop caring about shit. Wait, what was the other one about? This one is Educated by Tara Westover, submitted by Evie. The other one was submitted by... Oh, that's this one. That scared me. Sancho. I haven't seen Sancho in a while. Yay, Evie. Wait, do we see... Put the book submission in there. What? I have not removed anything. That's the thing. By the time I realized that maybe I should have been a little bit more discerning in the choices that in the titles that I put in the box, because it's not conducive to a lot of. So the books are just not for everyone, right? Even if I am interested, doesn't mean that it is a book club read. What was the first one? It was one of yours, Ox. It's your own fault. It's one of those school books, basically. I'm sorry, Ox. I'm sorry, but we're reading your book we're reading your book this month, right? Wasn't this your book? I'm confused. Wasn't it? Ox? I think Ox has the most submissions in there of everyone. Hi, Vinny. How are you doing? Thank you so much for the follow. All right, I'll be making prompts for these new channels on Discord. More channels. I should probably archive a few. Thing is, when I realized that shit, I should not have put some of these in the book club because it's not gonna be interesting for everyone. And I intend to read both of the books, regardless of which one ends up being read by you. And if sometimes it's that one of the books isn't read by anyone and I'm the only one who reads it, like the Pele book, for example. But that's okay. I am the one who is hosting this whole thing, so I should have read well, both the books. Um, but I also need to read other books, especially now I'm starting a YouTube channel. Hold on, I was actually going to the link. There you go. If you wanna have a peek, nothing is there yet, but I'm gonna be working on that first video this month. Really, Evie? Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy! Yay! That has never happened before. But you can choose one of them. So for this month, these are for the ones we pulled now are for July. We pull the books a month ahead because that gives you time to order the books or to try to get your hands on them in another way. If you're a bit of a slow reader or you just don't have a lot of time, you need more time to finish a book, you can already start for next month if that's what you want. You don't have to read the books for this month. This month we are reading Walk Away and Snuff. You can read one, both, none of them. You can already read Educated or Angela's Ashes. Do what you need to do to get yourself into reading. I've educated myself already. I just need to get Angela's Ashes. Yeah, I don't know. What was it about? When I look back on my childhood, I wonder how I managed to survive it all. Okay, that's relatable. It was, of course, a miserable childhood. The happy childhood is hardly worth your while. Worse than the ordinary miserable childhood is the miserable, oh God, all right. Miserable Irish childhood, and worse yet is the miserable Irish Catholic childhood. Okay, so yes, that's going to be a lot of fun. What was Educated about, Evie? Snuff is a lot of fun. Yeah, you added so many coding and hacking books, and I think that's interesting, and I would love to read them. I won't delete them out of my Excel either. I'm just highlighting them in a different way. So I know that I would like to probably somewhere in the future, because at the moment I'm a bit busy. I'm a little bit busy, which is my own fault. I want to be busy because I almost fell off the bench. I need to be busy. I'm a little bit scared of this month, to be honest, next month. But yeah, I hope with these projects, I don't know, I'll survive reasonably. Tara Westover grew up preparing for the end of the world. She was never put in school, never taken to the doctor. She did not even have a birth certificate until she was 9 years old. At 16, to escape her father's radicalism and a violent older brother, Tara left home. What followed was a struggle for self-invention, a journey that gets to the heart of what an education is and what it offers, a perspective to see one's life through new eyes and the will to change it. Oh gosh, okay, so these are pretty heavy to read next to each other. Okay, that's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to put those next to each other. Ooh, thank you for the recommendation, Ox and Chungus. The Secret Runners of New York? What is that? What is that, Ox? What is that? Wait, what were you reading now? Well, because you didn't want to read a Schwab right now. I kind of agree with your assessment of Addie LaRue. I have to say. I need to read a little bit more by Schwab though, because I do like A Darker Shade of Magic so far. But I don't know, if it veers into smut, I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be so upset. All right, yes. So you have until well, the end of the month to give your submissions for July. So um, yeah, if you want to read for next month's books, it's going to be Angela's Ashes by Frank McCourt and Educated by Tara Westover. I will make sure that by the end of the day, there's new channels on Discord. I'm going to make a prompt. I'm going to update the prompt, actually. Let me put this to the side so I remember. I don't forget. Yeah, and I'm gonna take you along on the road to starting a BookTube channel. Ah. Since you got so many books, do you ever revisit books you've read in the past or only read new books? Oh God, Danish! There's a few books that I reread almost every year. One of which is The Lovely Bones. I love reading Donna Tartt. The Little Friend is a little bit harder to get into because I just don't like the vibes. I love the story, I don't like the vibes, but I love her worlds. The dark and gloomy and rainy and dark academia world, I love being in there. It's ironic to me though that a lot of people love Secret History because of dark academia, but actually she didn't intend it to be the poster work for dark academia. It was actually a critique. But anyway, The Goldfinch is so beautiful. I have a hardcover and I have read that several times as well. The Forever War? Sounds very dramatic and like something I would read. Hmm. What said someone about... Yeah, I should... Wait, I thought I already did that. Oh, no. Make a note. I should delete one of them. I thought I already did that. I'm so sorry. It doesn't matter where you put them because I'm going to delete it's confusing. It doesn't matter because you can just do that in chat. But there's one for book club technically and one for me personally. So if you have a book that you don't think is something that would fit into a book club environment, but you would like me to read, the idea was that you could put it, but it's just confusing. It's my fault. Don't mind. You can put it anywhere you want, and I will find it in the request queue. I will have to do. So yeah, just think of it like, is this something that would be interesting for everyone? And it doesn't mean that it has to be a safe book. I do encourage books that are a little bit challenging. Like both of the July books are a bit challenging, I have to say. This one will be a bit tricky. This one is only tricky if you want it to be. You can just breeze through this and have a lot of fun and never even notice the social critique that Pratchett has really cleverly hidden away in these books of his. So it's not like it can be a heavy book or something that is maybe out of the ordinary, but if it's like a book about, I'm sorry, Ox, I'm sorry, but a book about hacking, for example, that would read like a school book, that's not really a book that I want to do for book club, because I want to make people enthusiastic about reading. I don't want to remind them of school where you were basically taught that reading is boring, which it isn't. It doesn't have to be. I'm not going to go to BookTube. No, Whippy. I'm not going to go to Book Talk. I know... Book Talk? Book Talk. Book Talk. I know. People are unhinged. And good for them. But that's not my thing. At the most, I will repost like stuff. But I will not be spending time on TikTok. BookTube. That's the place to be for me. I want to make long-form content. Uh, well, I say long form, but I don't know. I don't know how long the form will be for now, because I'm gonna be a newbie. I have some experience in editing, but you know, it's gonna be an adventure, and I would like to invite you with me, so you can help me out. Let me know what works, what doesn't work. Maybe give me ideas for videos. I do intend to just start very easy, one max two videos a month, to get used to editing and just get a feel for it a little bit. So it will probably be like the books I read in June, and the worst books I read last month or whatever. I don't know. It's simple, not too interesting. But if you know Books and Lala, I love her content, and I love the way she motivates herself to read. So I who knows a year from now, but it's gonna be just easy for now, right? Not too complicated, but it's something to point my mind towards when I'm in an episode and I can't do anything, and or in the worst case scenario, I have to cancel stream. And also, especially when it comes to book club, it will be static. You know, it will be in a place where you can look it up and see what I thought about the books, in a place that won't disappear, and it's easy to find. Whew. But it was like The Cuckoo Egg, which is a story about hacking history. That would be Finn. It's not a techie book, but still technically something. Yeah. But I'm just worried. that it's just not compelling enough. I think it verges a little bit too far out of comfort zone. If you know what I mean. I would like to challenge you to read a little bit out of your comfort zone, but not too much, because that could also chase you away from reading more, right? I want them all to book club. Okay. Okay, yeah, I was intending to, no matter where you put it in, the recommendations, I'm going to assume is for book club. Okay? All right, I'm gonna end it here before ads come, and I really need to go. I need to go lie down. I'm in pain. I'll be back tomorrow though, at 10 a.m. Look at the schedule to see what that means for you. I'm very excited. Thank you so much for being here and humoring me mostly. I love you so much. Drink water. Hope to see you very soon, and remember to be kind to yourself. Be gentle. And we'll just suffer together, all right? Bye-bye.